Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing my preview for the upcoming 4th BLEDISLOE Cup match between the All Blacks and the Wallabies. But without further ado, if you do enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. But yeah, let's get right into it. So the squads were announced earlier today, both All Blacks and Wallabies, and the New Zealand squad, the All Blacks, I have to say, it looks pretty similar to what a lot of people were actually wanting to see overall, so I feel like the coaching staff may have done very well there. So the big ones that I believe a lot of people are happy about is Beauden Barrett playing 10, Jordie Barrett playing 15, and then also Will Jordan is on the bench, which a lot of people wanted to see him in at least one of those first 3 matches, but he didn't get his chance, but he will in this upcoming one this weekend. Yeah, we have got a possible 4 debuts that could happen, including the one in the starting lineup, which is Akira Ioane. He is getting to start at 6, replacing Shannon Frizzell, so that is exciting for him. He is a good player. He played well for the Blues in Super Rugby Aotearoa, and he was playing well for Auckland as well, so I think he will slot into that role quite nicely. A bit more power possibly than Shannon Frizzell, although Frizzell is still a strong man. I think Akira Ioane, he's got that speed advantage, and I have to say I am looking forward to Akira Ioane and Ardie Savea working together, 2 very powerful men. It could be very interesting to see how the Wallabies are going to try and counter that. It's going to be tough for them, I'm going to be honest, definitely because of the fact that they've just come off that big defeat against the All Blacks. It was 43-5, the biggest score margin between the All Blacks and the Wallabies. So they won't have a lot of confidence going into this 4th match, but they have got a few new players on their side as well, which might help them out a little bit. But do I see the Wallabies winning this match? I don't think I can, but I'm hoping for a little bit closer than the last one. Yeah, with the All Blacks players playing the positions that they should be playing, it's going to be hard. It won't be a fun day being a Wallabies player, that's for sure. They'll have a handful that they have to deal with in this All Blacks team. So the other 3 debuts that will be happening they are all on the reserves. It is going to be Asafa Amua, Cullen Grace, and also Will Jordan. And I know a lot of people are excited about all 3 of them, but mainly, I think the main talking point has been Will Jordan because of how many times everyone in those past games thought he was going to be in the lineups and just never quite made it. But now he will get his chance. Also, you've got Asafa Amua, a man who played extremely well in Super Rugby Aotearoa. Many thought he did deserve the chance. I was one of those people, and I am glad to see him finally making his All Blacks debut. The second of those reserve debuts is going to be Cullen Grace. He is a very good player. He's had an amazing season overall. The only problem was the injury that unfortunately held him back, but now making his debut, and I think he could be very dangerous. He's such a young player, but he's already shown in this past year how much he can grow as a player, and I am very excited for that one. And the third, yes, Will Jordan. Now the question is he going to be playing wing or fullback? Because they have still got one of the other reserves is Damian McKenzie. So they can both kind of cover that first 5 fullback role, but Will Jordan possibly a bit of wing cover as well. They haven't really got a spare centre on their bench, which could be slightly worrying. So Ngāti Laumape and Anton Leonard-Brown more than likely will get the full game. So those are the debuts. We've also got quite a few position changes for players. Yeah, we have got Rieko Ioane playing on that left wing, number 11, starting the match, which is a big call. Caleb Clarke is missing out this match, maybe resting him for Argentina, but Rieko Ioane, with the injury of George Bridge, if he plays well on that left wing position, he could possibly look at also slotting into that role in later games. So with the list of centres, I feel like that wing position at the moment, that number 11, other than Caleb Clarke, there isn't really a second in command for that one. So with George Bridges' injury, Rieko Ioane could possibly fill that gap. Of course, Laumape is going to get to start the match this time. He has recently come back from his injury. He came off the bench in the last match, didn't get that much time, but he did still look strong while he was out there. So it will be interesting to see if he can go the full 80 minutes, but I feel he could if he had to. Leonard-Brown once again playing 13, very strong player. But now you have got Sevu Reece playing on the right wing. He is getting his first match of this BLEDISLOE Cup series and also the Tri-Nations. So if he can play well in this match as well, it's going to be hard for the selectors to pick their favourite side to play up against Argentina, that's for sure, because if we get a couple more players who are playing well in form, it's going to make it harder and harder to select them. Yeah, with everyone playing in their proper positions this time, kind of thing, with Beauden at 10, Jordie at 15, and then you've also got Rieko Ioane on the wing. I'm hoping it will work well for them, because then hopefully the coaches will see that that is the way forward. because I feel like it is. You can't be playing too many people out of position, or else then it just takes away opportunities for those other players who might get a chance. But luckily a few of them are getting their chance this weekend. But one thing we see is that Joe Moody is still not at prop. I'm not sure whether that's still because of the head knock or whether it's just kind of resting him a bit more for the games against Argentina. But once again, Karl Tuanokiafi will get to start the match. He did score the try in the last one, although tell you what, if he hadn't scored that, I think there were going to be a lot of people annoyed, because he did have men outside him, but he backed himself, big Karl, and he managed to get it over the line, scoring his first test try. But the All Blacks, they looked strong last week, very strong, and the Wallabies, they're going to have to work hard to keep up with them, I think, because that's the thing, the All Blacks, they will just keep going and going and going until they break you down. And this Wallabies side, last week it was a little bit of an inexperienced backline for them. The Wallabies have changed up their backline a little bit, with the inclusion of Reece Hodge at number 10 now. And then they have also got Tom Banks back at 15. But the question is it going to be enough to be able to make the difference? They haven't got Dagunu starting, they've got a new man on the wing, Tom Wright. But then later in the match, perhaps Dagunu will get his chance to show off his skills, because in that first match, he looked so strong. He looked like he was going to be an extremely dangerous player. But then in the next two, he's kind of just been shut out of the match. And then you've got Korobedi on the other wing, who has unfortunately not been able to use his hands in the past couple of weeks. Every time he gets the ball, he almost drops it, sadly, because he gets himself into very good spaces, Korobedi. But unfortunately, with not hanging on to the ball, it is costing them a little bit. But I'd say if they can keep their handling errors under control here, Australia, they could be in for a decent chance. But then they've got to score early, Australia. If the All Blacks run away with it early on, I don't think Australia are going to be able to come back. But then if the Wallabies can get a bit of a lead, we all know that the All Blacks for that last 20 minutes just seem to be at another level than other teams. So if the Wallabies can get enough of a lead going into that last 20, it could be very close. And the Wallabies might be able to sneak it, although my prediction, unfortunately for the Wallabies, I think they are going to lose by at least 20 once again. I think I want it to be a close match, but I just don't know if their backline has enough experience or if their players are going to be able to keep up with the persistent pace of the All Blacks team. But I am certainly hoping that it will be a very good game of rugby at SUNCORP Stadium. But the thing is with this match, if the All Blacks can win it and get a bonus point, they've almost got the Tri-Nations wrapped up already. And that is pretty early. Hello, Kieran. That would be pretty early to have that one, because we don't know what Argentina are going to bring. They are a strong side, but the question is, are they strong enough to beat the All Blacks and the Wallabies? Have they had enough training and preparation? It is a long flight from Argentina, and I don't think they've been able to train a lot, so it will be interesting. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. But I am looking forward to this match. I will be doing my watch-along live stream that I normally do. But yeah, me and Kieran will actually be rocking the mustaches for that. The light goal got hit on the last stream, so we will both have our mustaches ready for the big match. But anyway, that is the end of this preview. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. There may be a part 2, but there also may not be. It depends on what changes. Last time, we didn't really have a lot of changes from when the squads were announced to when the game was on. So, depending on how many swaps there are will depend on if there is a part 2 to this. But I will see you all in the next one.